9 under overall, just outside of the top 10. Back to Nataliya Guseva for a birdie at the 7th.
That was always going to be a slow putt, Tom, back up the hill.
Morgan, the conditions today?
They keep making birdies. I mean, what? Jennifer's had 4 birdies today. Lynn has had 3. It's been an impressive performance, knowing what is at stake.
And for Guseva, what's at stake is a spot next week. She's 64th coming in. Only the top 60 get it. She is easily in if she stays here, 3rd.
And that's a big deal. There's so much money involved next week and the opportunity to win the biggest prize in women's golf. So it is a massive deal.
Really good learning experience for her as well.
9th.
Well, Nelly Korda a couple under for the day. This to get it to 11 under, not out of the realms of possibility that she could challenge for a 4th title here, but she would really have to create some magic on this back 9 and hope for some help from the players at the top. Just really didn't get it together yesterday. Had a nice finish, but needed a round in the mid-60s and ended up being a round of 68.
And even that 18th hole, burned the edge.
She's found herself on a little bit of an upslope. 170 is her number. It's going on a little fade. It's such a steep downslope that this ball's going to be rolling down all the way to the hole. And you really do have to pick a spot that you want to hit this over and just trust that it will find a way to get to the hole, because one, you don't want to leave it short, but you also know how difficult it is to stop it too. I mean, it's insanely difficult from here.
I like the play with the wedge, Karen. Looks like that's what she's switching to here.
Well, it takes the element of trying to guess how fast it will roll through the fairway cut height grass before it hits the speedy surfaces.
It's kind of disconcerting when you're uphill into the green so significantly at the very start, and then everything running away from you makes it that much harder to judge. This takes those first few paces out of the equation. Kinda looked like she scooped it a bit.
I think she did, and now she's left with a really speedy downhill putt. Involved in this one. That was amazingly straight, Morgan.
Yeah, we saw Gabby Lopez a little while ago play it to break left, but it was fairly dead straight from that position. I think she had the line, just didn't give it enough speed.
All right, to the 10th we go, and the defending champion, Nelly Korda. She's 7 back with 9 to go. She's hit every green in regulation.
Yeah, front hole location here. We've all been there. That was not what I was trying to do, but I will take it.
Nelly for birdie at 10. Hoping this would be the kind of good vibes that would lift her to her first victory this season. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Really good season for Nelly, but after 7 wins last year, shutout so far in 2025. One last chance next week.
Get it a little wrong. And you can see how far that she has for par there at 9. One of the reasons why it is playing more difficult today. Let's go to the tee at the 15th. The flag today way over on the left. So quite a bit of green to the right. And players have been aggressive going at the flag. The only issue if you go at the flag is if you pitch it just a little bit short, it can land on the downslope and shoot over the back of the green. There you go, right on cue. And Guseva for birdie, no. That's a missed opportunity for the Goose, and she is going to stay level par for the round, back on 11 under in that 5-way tie for third. Be disappointed that she hasn't given it a better run on this final day. Started the day 3 back of Lynn Grant, 2 back of Kupcho. Going to be a 3 at the 9th for her, where she really needs some birdies if she is going to move into the hole. And Nelly Korda's second. Hit every green, as we said, and I would expect her to find the green here. Not too far away on the 11th green. This is Nelly Korda to get to 11 under par, match Brooke Matthews' score after that hole in one. Just drifts right across the hole. Only needed a little bit more speed. Frustrating weekend for Nelly. I know she really wants to be in the hunt here. Had a long break during the Asian swing. Didn't go across to Asia and play. Had that neck injury, which she has been very...
Just to try and make sure that you get it up and airborne. Or you pick a spot where the limbs are a little lower. That also cleared.
Much might have had
a
lot of game, a lot of respect for Austin Kim out on the tour, the way she plays. Let's go to 12.
And Nelly, who lives not far away, hit every green in regulation.
She just even said it after her round yesterday. Just needs to hit it a little bit closer. She's been leaving herself with some lengthy birdie putts, and that's going to be a tough spot right there. You can see there's a sprinkler head as well in the way, which she's too far away to get any kind of relief.
Third for Guseva at 10. So birdie putts coming up for the top.
Hey.
So Nelly, best in the world, these kinds of shots, but scale of 1 to 10, how tough is this one?
You can put the best to ever do it back there, and it is not easy. Everything sloping away from her, from right where she's standing, right where that sprinkler head is. Really, everything sloping away. Tricky to judge the first bounce as well. I'd be interested to see where she chooses to land this. Because that sprinkler head is pretty much right in her way. I'm gonna try and go just around to the right of it there, judging by Jason. He's pointing, landed right in that fringe. Try and take some of the momentum off of it. It's not easy. You see she's in the shadow.
Wow.
That was exceptional. I think it's hard to leave that short. Hard to get that on the green and leave it short.
You ought to at least give her a lap around the...
This is Nataliya Guseva, a couple of bogeys in the last 3 holes. She's now projected at 60th in the race to the CME Globe, Karen.
Well, she could do with something good. It's not a bad shot there from 100 yards.
Yeah, that is right on cue. Top 60,
really
of course. Get into the field next week, so she is right on the bubble. And we will be keeping an eye on...
A champ who's here watching her former player battle it out here for a spot next week at the CME Group Tour Championship. This for birdie.
Really made a bunch of putts on the back 9 yesterday. And she could do with a few dropping this afternoon.
All right, let's. Incredible. Right here is Guseva. So all three in the final group walk away from the 12th with par.
To the CME Group Tour Championship, if it finishes the way it is right now. Good performance from Lucy Lee. This is the tee at the 13th, and Guseva.
And it is a wide fairway, this one. This one's quite a decent draw, though, so down the left side.
It's a wide fairway, but just going to run out. There's really not too much.
But the lie's good.
The lack of wind this week has really made this hole much more accessible than we've seen in the past. It's typically a very difficult.
Korda, great example, has had 3 wins here.
Speaking of, here is Nelly's third at the 14th.
Move the tee up today. Good place to pitch from there.
It's been a good day for Nelly, but she needed something.
Victory. Back over to the 13th, and the goose for birdie.
And I really didn't see that putt moving to the right that much. I think she hit the putt she wanted to, Tom.
Yeah, it's going to be a par. She's going to remain level for the day, which is just not going to get it done when you look at those scores on the first page of the leaderboard. 5 under, 6 under. Some good numbers out there.
All right, here is Nelly after that pitch. This is for birdie.
To your point, Tom, golf course playing the easiest it has played all week today. There's a question mark coming into today. How would the LPGA set up the course? It was definitely set up for scoring yesterday, and more of the same today. A little bit.
And we're keeping an eye on Nataliya Guseva and where she stands as it relates to next week. This is her third, Karen?
From an upslope, it is. Great spot to play from, too.
I knew Karen would agree with me that that's one of the easiest shots in golf right there.
Of course.
You won't make it
Love
look
an
easy.
upslope.
Yeah. She's currently projected at 59th, coming in 64th. Her college coach, Patty Rizzo, here, 4-time.
And just without wind. And I'd say the greens are also a little bit softer than maybe we've seen them in years past. That's why it's really playing into the hands of solid iron players.
Here's one of them.
No, no question. She's got a 7-iron out, which, you know, it's a club that you feel you can be somewhat aggressive to. However, it's a whole location that is just hiding on the left side behind a greenside bunker. Oh,
Tracy Lime was saying very safe, Karen. Way too safe.
Well, and it's going to leave her a really challenging putt.
Yeah. It's just the wrong side of the ridge there. It's going to.
And that one there on 15, something special.
Well, Alexa Pano needed something special this week to keep her card. This is her second of the 18th, coming in number 100, and that was special.
I cannot stress enough how much pressure is on a player like Alexa for a week like this.
15.
Yeah, a bit of pressure on Guseva trying to make sure that she's in the field next week. Tough putt here for birdie.
It is very slippery down the hill, Tom.
Oh, this is fabulous. Fabulous. So that guarantees the 3. She's still projected inside the top 60.
Might need to conjure up some of that Lynn Grant magic from the fairway bunker. Alexa Pano, she's battled mono for the last couple of months and had no energy. And that one doesn't fall, but it does look like she is going to keep her card. Kim may be a participant next year. Here's Nataliya Guseva at 16.
And from this part of the green, you can see that there was plenty of movement to the right, but in terms of speed, that was pretty impressive.
Does find it a little bit underneath it, but it'll be just fine.
Nelly Korda hoping to win this for a 4th time in 5 years. It's not going to happen. This for a birdie. Yeah. Once again, playing well, not quite well enough to get her first win of the season. But 15 wins for Nelly.
This next shot for Brooke.
Here's Guseva for her par at the 16th. Talk about a player with weapons. She's got them all. She's been on the radar for a while now. Beauty at 18 to clinch a spot next week at the Tour Championship. Guseva, 17.
This one also going towards the right side of the fairway. I actually like that as a play because it kind of increase.
But thinking about that spot next week.
Guseva, who has a little more room to play with because she was 64th coming in, is getting ready for her 2nd at the 17th.
Found herself on a bit of a downhill lie. 102 is the yardage. Anything short and right of the hole will leave her an uphill putt.
That'll be fairly straight putt from that position, putting nearly up the fall line.
As we've said, that list doesn't even include Nelly Korda, incredibly, who'll have one more chance next week. Nelly for par at the 18th. Well, she burned the edge yesterday for birdie. She'll drop a shot here.
Am I okay? Are you sure?
Another good week for Nelly, but not quite good enough to win. It's harder than ever.
Yeah, she's had such success around this golf course. Loves playing here, loves playing at home. Not quite as sharp with her iron play as she probably.
Should be the first to win the ANNIKA. 3rd shot for Guseva.
From 108.
Yeah. Oh, is it going to go? Oh, the Goose at Pelican. Gives herself a trip to Tiburon. Ho-hum birdie.
That was awesome. Never left the center of the hole right there.
The shot making we've seen today, Morgan. Moves her to 13 under par.
You guys go and do your thing now.
We told you. She's been on the radar now for a while. First ever from Russia to make it onto the LPGA Tour. She's flirted with victory a couple of times. And what a finish. Yeah. You know, had things gone sideways with that 3rd shot, she could have been in danger of dropping out of the top 60. Instead, punctuates that trip to the Tour Championship.
Great reaction, too. How cool.
What a day of big moments. Projected 57th. It's going to be 3 players playing their way in. Lucy Lee, Brooke Matthews, and now Nataliya Guseva.